For those of you just tuning in, after Missouri's upset over Kansas, welcome to another rivalry. This one is a Texas-sized rivalry, the 127th meeting between number 22 Texas A&M.
Hollow, especially with a thin front court for Texas Tech.
And Anderson Garcia, 11 in maroon on the floor. They call him the Dominican Rodman. He fits right in with this A&M makeup of rebound, rebound, rebound. And there's Payne with his first two.
He's an absolute glue. Hawkins comes off of the ball screen. A&M's hands automatically go up, and they're getting deflections.
Yolaho the handoff to Hawkins. Now Hawkins working on Taylor. And there's a three. Kevin Overton gets the first one of the day for the Red Raiders. It's in all of basketball.
That jacket is clean. On the sidelines, I will say.
Enjoy it while you can, King, because you might not see it much longer.
His jacket game is fire.
Here's Overton, back-to-back threes, and that one had some range to it.
I hope they have a real true point guard on the floor. Zurich Phelps is a bucket getter. He is really a two guard at heart. Having him play the one, I don't know who's going to initiate the offense and set everybody else up.
There's Garcia doing what he does best with that offensive rebound. That ball knocked out of bounds. And game, but this feels like an NCAA tournament atmosphere.
Extremely undervalued.
Jace Carter makes them both. Major conference victory. They have wins coming in against Creighton, Rutgers, and Wake Forest. 10 on the shot clock. McMillan, one of the best three-point shooters in the country. 5 on the shot clock for number 5. The lob, and somehow that goes in. I don't even know if that was off Federico's fingers.
I think it was tipped in by A&M.
They'll credit Federico with the basket, but an answer and a three from Jace Carter.
And that is where our job at the 4 spot of being able to switch. I mean, he makes their defense so versatile.
Nearly picked off by Henry Coleman III. He did pick it off. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but instead he gets an assist.
I like this sub. I like getting Overton in the ball game. He had 2 threes earlier. I think he can be a huge part. He'll play a huge role in this game.
3 on the shot clock. Williams. And he got fouled from behind and in front. See who they call it on.
And that's what you have to do, Rich. Guys have to step up, but it's not necessarily just his rebounding that they miss. It's also
in his first season in Lubbock, transferring over from New Mexico. 18.6 points a game and a 24 in White's a marksman also. 5 on the shot clock. Instead, it's Anderson trying to take it himself, and he comes up empty. Wade Taylor gives it to Carter for 3.
Jace Carter has not shot the ball well. He has not been scoring the ball like we've seen him score in the past. Only shooting 11% from the three-point line. To see 2 go in early is a good sign. And another good sign is Overton now hitting his 3rd three. Once again, Rich, that young man has to get going if Tech wants to win this game.
A team that is 9th in the country coming in three-point percentage, but Kevin Overton so far is the only Red Raider with a three-pointer.
Oh, man.
Can't say the same for A&M. They are shooting lights out.
Rich, that was all set up by Wade Taylor. Notice that the defense slid over and wasn't on his man, delivered it on time, on target. Wade Taylor just being an initiator, and Kevin Overton
is good. All 4 of those threes have come from KO. Some virtuoso performances in the first 20 minutes of this Lone Star State rivalry. Nice bounce pass. Yolaho finishes at the other end.
A broken play turned out good. Anderson has to learn. You cannot cross the line cross the half-court line right there. That is where Texas A&M wants you to have the basketball.
Phelps lost it. The freshman Anderson leaves it for Williams for 2.
That's a good pass. One-on-one defense, gets the steal. Good defense leads to easy offense.
And listen to this crowd. Looking for a 1-possession ball game, and they got it. KO, the maroon uniforms of the A&M Aggies, up by 2. They've led from Jump Street but Texas Tech has come right back to make it a 2-point ball game. A 9-0 Red Raiders run to get back.
Fans know that he's more than capable of producing.
And he's a grad station 6 years ago. And he has been an electric first half here in Fort Worth.
I like this matchup right here. Obaseki one-on-one against a freshman.
And experience wins over youth.
Such a tough as hat. That matchup right there, if they can get the switch, I would go right back to Obaseki.
It was all Wade Taylor in the early going for A&M, and then Jace Carter took over, and now it's back-to-back buckets.
The top of you, Obaseki knows who he is.
Yalaho, 2 feet in the paint. Finds McMillan, who somehow gets it to go off the window.
That's a really undervalued skill that Yalaho had.
Texas Tech got it to as close as 2. It's a 4-point Aggie lead now with 2.5 to go. Hefner, no offensive rebound. What else is new for A&M? Obaseki has another bucket.
And that all started by
running the show. Ten on the shot clock. McMillan loves the 3-ball, and he's got another one, shooting 53% from deep this year.
And I think that is where he has improved the most. His ability to shoot the 3 off of the dribble. Last year was primarily catch and shoot. This year, he can put it on the floor and get to it.
Obaseki, no, the follow from Payne. Under a minute to go. Texas A&M has led throughout, but Texas Tech, who was the free throw line. And he makes the first. Today's featured men's
win against Baylor.
I know that's tough for you to say, Mark.
Tough one to say, but got the win against Baylor.
And every other conference on notice. He is a bucket.
Absolute bucket getter. One of the best in the country.
11-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 10 to shoot for the Aggies. Obaseki, wild one does, but Washington comes back with it. Now the shot clock is off. Bounce pass right into the arms of Federico.
Just not a smart play right there by Washington. No need to rush. You had 14 seconds on the shot clock. Bad play by upperclassmen.
Hawkins for 3 off the mark. And we will go to halftime, and an entertaining first half comes to a close with the 22nd ranked education in this game, and why Texas A&M has the 3-point lead.
But for Tech, in this half, Chance McMillan, Darion Williams have to step up and have to be aggressive.
Here's McMillan, right out of the gate with a triple. By the way, that was your Mercury Insurance game track.
That's what you want to see right there. Good pass by Hawkins. But you want to see McMillan be aggressive. And for A&M, Zurich Phelps had a very, very quiet first half.
So 6 3-pointers now by both teams. Good hands by Hefner. Loose ball, but it's corralled by McMillan. 10 on the shot clock. The lob to Federico from D5, Darion Williams.
Put a 6'7" defender like Hefner on him, sometimes that's the result.
See what Coach Mack has dialed up for the out-of-bounds under their own basket. 3 on the clock. Hawkins got to go. He does and nails it! And Texas Tech has its first lead. A great closeout by Solo Washington.
He's so active on the defensive side. Chance McMillan had a great look from 3, but Washington flying in, getting the block.
No whistle, Obaseki down on the deck. And that foul committed by Solomon Washington in the first half. ESPN Plus.
That low post matchup, Sedona Prince versus Chloe Kitts.
Here comes Texas Tech, a 3-point lead, their first lead of the afternoon, and a chance to extend. Inside, Yalaho. Emily Yalaho on the floor in place of JT Toppin, the leading scorer for Texas Tech, who's out with a lower look by Carter. A&M 0 for their last 8. And Wade Taylor, the fourth, puts an end to that. The bump and the bucket for Wade Taylor. Wade Taylor's in double digits with 10, and he... McMillan, no. Federico, biggest dude on the floor, grabs the rebound. Overton, beautiful shot fake and cans the two-pointer.
But that right there...
Thought about the heat check jumper and then thought better of it. Here he is to the dish. No good, and Federico picks it up and gets fouled.
Federico is...
Free throw line this year. Federico goes 1 for 2. Jace Carter, 13 in the first half. And there's a 3 and a rare one by Solomon Washington, just his third. Here's Phelps, walled off by the big man Federico. And now he's got a mismatch if he wants it. They take advantage, and Payne has the two-hand flush to top. Come on.
Dallas is not as country. Like, people think that just because you say Texas, like, we're not all country. That is not me. I am not a country guy.
Here's Williams out of the timeout. Shooter's touch off the mark. What a tap back. 10 and 11, but he's missed his second straight game with a lower leg injury. Pickpocket. Phelps finishes.
That's what you have to be aware of. When you drive the gaps, you have to know that hands are coming.
Leads the Aggies in steals, and he had one there for a pick six. Now Williams, matchup nightmare. Out to McMillan for 3.
Williams does so well. I mean, he averages 17 a game, but what I'm so impressed with is his ability to pass the basketball. Head is always up, saw the double coming, located the open man, but not only did he find him, he threw it on time, on target, in his numbers for an easy 3.
Corner 3, Washington again! Here's Overton, he leads all scorers with 16. And now he drives right into the teeth of the Aggies defense, and he'll go to the line. Did Overton at the line. Misses on his first free throw attempt of the day. 1 for 2, 17 the game.
Oh,
look at that hammer pass. And here comes McMillan in the open court. Good hands by Wade Taylor, but they call him for the foul.
Wade Taylor's
bench. And all the Aggie faithful.
Is key when you're going up against a smaller guard like Hawkins.
Bounce pass, Coleman, and one opportunity.
That's a great pass by Zurich Phelps.
Why? Why did you commit that foul? And Hawkins only 5 for 13 from three-point range this year.
Hasn't done a great job shooting the basketball, but he's extremely confident.
And Phelps knocks down the 3. They're going to count the basket. And still reviewing the play that we're seeing on our screen now. Give us what's up.
They're trying to see if it was an excessive foul or not down low. More based off of intent.
Now Jason. Again, a flagrant foul on Overton means that Coleman, no. And a late foul call. And is in the bonus for the remainder of this contest. Are the Aggies. Anderson back on the floor for Grant McCasland. 7 minutes to go. This one's been tightly contested throughout. Coleman forced it up. Offensive rebound, and the putback by Jace Carter.
That is where
Rutgers and Wake Forest. This is their toughest test to date. Phelps, tough 2 from number 1.
And now A&M just picking on Hawkins' size. Zurich Phelps realizing he had the height advantage right there. Rising up over the top, has struggled, but when it matters the most, he wants the ball.
Largest lead of the second half. It's 8 for the Aggies.
I think if you're Texas Tech, Overton needs to be in the ball game right now. You need another score.
Hawkins calls his own number. 4 minutes to go. Williams, nowhere to hunt. Now he goes top of the key and cans the three-pointer. Between these two Lone Star State rivals, A&M and Texas Tech. Texas A&M has won the last 6 of these games. And Wade Taylor, the fourth, wants to make it 7.
Come out in the 3-2, completely disrupts your flow on offense, and they get a steal out of it.
Hawkins with the tough assignment.
Oh, man.
He is a bucket. Wade Taylor, the fourth, with back-to-back buckets. He has 15, and Texas Tech wants 22nd ranked Aggies with a 6-point lead over Texas Tech.
A&M drops into that 3-2 zone again. Let's see what they drew up out of a timeout.
Here's McMillan into the paint. Off the window, but it's a traveling violation called, and that is turnover number.
He gets where he wants to go, just traveled at the end, but that's not a bad drop.
Wade Taylor scored the last 2 buckets for the Aggies. And now they'll milk some clock. 8 on the timer. Zurich Phelps takes it himself. Offensive rebound, Jace Carter. And he has been a star this afternoon.
You gotta hold yourself to the same standard.
Tech has 1 timeout, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Aggies with 2, or make that 3 timeouts remaining.
Zone, I'm liking this 3-2 zone. Texas Tech has not gotten anything out of it when they went to it.
See if the Red Raiders have an answer. 10 on the shot clock. Overton for 3. And it's 1 and done for the Red Raiders.
And if you're Tech, you don't need to panic right here. You just have to get a stop on the defensive side.
And a timeout called by Buzz Williams with his.
Especially right now, a stop is crucial, and you have to play without fouling.
Phelps controls. 10 ticks left on the timer. Coming up on 1 minute left. Here's Taylor for 3. Loose ball out of bounds.
I guess I was wrong. 3 eyes saw something I saw differently.
Texas Tech hasn't had a bucket in 3 minutes. Here's McMillan. Yes! A huge 3 by Chance McMillan. He has 20.
Big shot, Rich. All set up by Darion Williams. That is a great pass.
A new season high for McMillan. And Tech within 3.
This is a crucial stop. Must get it done on the defensive side.
Taylor. And the foul's going to go on Hawkins. Was there any question that... And he makes the first. Tonight, right here at Dickies Arena, the best women on TCU. That game will tip at 7 Eastern on ESPN2 and ESPN+. What a day of basketball for Fort Worth. 17 for Taylor. It's a 5-point A&M lead.
And you have to go quick. You don't necessarily need a 3, but you have to go quick.
Hawkins. Now it's McMillan. Short. And that might have done it. Another A&M lifer. Started his career one of 5 Aggies with 1,000 career bid to a gem of a rivalry game in the state of Texas. Here's Williams. Squeezes off a 3. Gets it to drop somehow. And it's now a 4-point game with 7.2 to go. And they're facing Purdue. Up next for the Red Raiders, it'll be a home game against Oral Roberts. 7.4 to go. They get it inbounds. Washington tried to squeeze off the pass. Instead, he's fouled by Kevin Overton. He's got the touch today. 2 threes and that free.
Respect him from behind the arc. I think that was huge for A&M.
Williams triggers the inbounds. A deep pass, beautifully drawn up play. McMillan nails the 3. 2.7 to go, and it's a 3-point game. And
one of those two guys catch the ball.
And the man he trusts the most, Wade Taylor, gives it up to Phelps, who gets it right back to Taylor. And Wade Taylor will go to the line and shoot free throws to try to ice this game. They are out of timeouts. So if they grab a rebound, they can't. Clutch free throws when it counts the most for the Texas A&M Aggies, and specifically for Wade Taylor. He'll end this game with 19 points. And that block out of bounds leaves 0.2 of a second on the clock. But that's the cherry on top. Improve to 8-2 on the year and collect their 4th straight win against a major conference club. Wins against Creighton, Rutgers, Wake Forest, and now maybe the most impressive of it all, a win in Fort Worth in a rivalry game against Texas Tech. Final thoughts, King McClure.
18 points off turnovers, 18 offensive rebounds for Texas A&M. They did what they do best. That is why they walk away with the win.
22nd ranked A&M survives 72-67 over Texas Tech.